Welcome to the strategic roar behind Beaumont's most community-centered football club. This campaign isn't just a media plan, it's a statement of identity. One city, one team, one roar is more than a tagline. It captures the heartbeat of SVD Beaumont, a club built on opportunity, mentorship, and hometown pride. At a time when visibility and access are uneven, especially for low-income families and disengaged community members, we listened. Through survey data and deep audience insight, we discovered distinct behavioral patterns. Players engage through social media, while parents and volunteers rely on word of mouth and trusted local channels. So we built a plan that speaks to both. A 12-week integrated outreach strategy designed to connect emotion with action across platforms, neighborhoods, and lives. This isn't just storytelling, it's legacy building. It's service, visibility, and community moving in unison. To shape this campaign strategy, we first had to listen. Understanding how each audience engages with SVD and what barriers stand in the way meant diving deep into survey responses, sentiment patterns, and referral trends. These findings illuminated both opportunity and urgency. SVD Beaumont isn't just here to compete. Its mission is to create pathways for education, growth, and recognition. With SVD Darmstadt 98 backing them and their stature at the USPL, the club stands as a launchpad for change. This campaign isn't just about filling stadium seats. It's about turning community pride into measurable engagement. Our SMART objectives give us structure, but the emotional goal is to turn casual supporters into committed fans and scholarship recipients. Despite success on the field, the message hasn't reached everyone. Many families still don't know scholarships exist. Visibility and engagement need a reset, and a strategic communication becomes the answer. Our campaign targets three intersecting challenges: improving scholarship awareness, increasing event attendance, and shifting how the public perceive SVD's value. President Jamie Roesch emphasizes grassroots marketing from customers themselves. He reminded us that the most impactful marketing often comes from customers themselves. That insight shaped our approach from the start. We didn't want to create slogans, we wanted to elevate stories, testimonials, visuals, and grassroots energy became the backbone of our messaging strategy. As a 501(c) nonprofit, SVD Beaumont isn't just promoting a product, it's promoting purpose. To attract sponsors and build credibility, the club must position itself as a true community asset. That's why our messaging focuses on shared pride, opportunity, and legacy. Every ad, caption, and email honors the voices of players, parents, and fans who make the mission real. Building a loyal fan base is more than numbers, it's emotional investment. That's why we prioritize connection over conversation and support visibility and trust. We emphasize the importance of a well-optimized website, and when people search for opportunity, we want SVD Beaumont easy to find, easy to trust, and easy to support. The campaign isn't powered by polish alone, it's powered by people. Our job was to give their voices a platform, and through that, build a brand that doesn't just speak, it resonates.
SVD Beaumont is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit organization dedicated to serving our community, making us a valuable asset for potential sponsors.
Armed with deep research and real-world audience feedback, we crafted messaging that speaks directly to SVD Beaumont's diverse stakeholder groups. From players and families to volunteers and donors, we designed each asset around role-based emotional triggers, preferred media platforms, and communication behaviors. The guiding pillars of our creative approach were connection, pride, and action, each tested across multiple touchpoints to ensure message clarity and resonance. To sharpen the strategy, we conducted a formal SWOT analysis which guided not only messaging but overall campaign positioning. Their strengths: a powerful mentorship model that develops young athletes holistically both on and off the field. They have international credibility through partnership with SVD Darmstadt 98 that offers global development opportunities that are rare in the region, and strong community service ethos, including required payer volunteer hours and local business partnerships. Their weaknesses include limited brand recognition, uh, outside existing player and volunteer networks, and under-leveraged internal communication systems for volunteers and staff. They have low visibility among families unfamiliar with scholarship opportunities. Their opportunities include storytelling that centers on local pride, individual impact, and aspiration, and media outreach that elevates voices within the community, such as parents whose children receive scholarships, players who are got to try out in Europe, and volunteers who find purpose. Digital optimization across Instagram, YouTube, and Google Ads for nonprofits are also channels where reach and engagement can grow quickly. Their threats are saturation of competing messages from larger youth sports academies and established USPL teams, economic uncertainty affecting donor retention and sponsorship investment, and a fragmented media attention, particularly the gap in mainstream press coverage. By integrating these insights, we didn't just build a campaign, we built a strategy with intention. Each message was crafted to amplify strengths, soften weaknesses, and seize timely opportunities, and prepare for external threats. That's what true strategic communication looks like. From Houston FC to GFI Academy, teams leverage sponsorship, social reels, and ticket tiers. SVD's edge lies in community equity, and that drives our differentiation. Beaumont is a city of talent, but with barriers like income, information access, and transportation that all shapes who participates, and the timing is right to reach deeper. We surveyed 50 stakeholders, players, parents, volunteers, and coaches, and mapped out behaviors, satisfaction, scholarship awareness, and referral sources to build a precision targeted plan. Coaches skew neutral, parents split evenly, and players leaned heavily positive, but awareness gaps are clear. This variance drove our segmentation and message personalization. Nearly 65% of players said they weren't aware of scholarships, parents were split, and coaches lagged behind. This gap became our call to action, and it shaped both message tone and placement. Players attended weekly, parents attended monthly, and volunteers skewed occasionally. These attendance habits informed our media fighting strategy that ensured content reached the groups when they were most engaged. Word of mouth advertising dominates, but the social media advertising sits close behind. Knowing this, our messaging leans emotional and shareable. If families are spreading the message, we needed to give them something worth passing along. Households earning under $35,000 had the lowest scholarship awareness. That's not just a messaging issue, it's an equity issue. Our campaign centers on these families with tailored language and platforms. Parents are budget focused, volunteers value community tie-ins, and players share socially. These patterns shape message design and ensure each ad speaks directly to the intended receiver. Emotion alone isn't enough. To deliver messaging with precision, we selected 6 media platforms with whose timing, reach, and format align with audience behaviors and campaign goals. Our scheduling and channel mix emphasize repetition, peak visibility, and cost efficiency. This isn't one audience, it's 4. Each has different awareness levels, emotional needs, and media habits. By segmenting this way, we avoided generic outreach and moved towards genuine connection. We used both primary and secondary research to understand who we were talking to, and by separating core values from casual attendees and youth groups, we were able to customize each message and choose platforms that matched their behavior, not just demographics. We built the message around emotion, hometown pride, team unity, generational impact. When the roar gets loud enough, it moves from feeling to action.
When the roar gets loud enough, it moves from feeling to action.
From national studies, we see that audiences respond to storytelling, urgency, and pride. These traits became our campaign's voice. Using Federal Reserve data, we built tiered pricing to match disposable income. Everyone should be able to attend a match, wear the badge, and feel the roar. Sponsors don't just donate, they amplify. With structured packages and visible returns, this campaign gives partners a reason to invest in a community to belong to. Our creative choices had to balance two goals: emotional connection and clear action. Each asset, from the free scarf giveaway to the sound of matchday crowds, isn't about just grabbing attention, it's about meaning. The message has to feel personal enough to resonate, but also simple and direct enough to drive behavior. Whether someone was seeing a print ad, tapping an Instagram story, or listening to a radio spot, we wanted them to feel something. This story's ad was crafted to feel less like marketing and more like a memory. We leaned into heartbeat moments, flags waving, kids cheering from the stands, coaches embracing, players post-match moments that symbolize pride, unity, and emotional authenticity. These visuals weren't just chosen for aesthetics alone, they were intentionally sequenced to create an emotional arc. The story opens with movement and atmosphere, builds through connection and celebration, and closes with direct empowerment, reminding viewers not just what SVD Beaumont is, but what it stands for. The captions are woven with care, not clutter. We reinforce key actions, upcoming match dates, in language that feel immediately and inclusive. Every overlay is tested for clarity and mobile readability, recognizing the rapid scroll and short attention span of our digital-first audience. A radio spot wasn't just sound design, it was storytelling. We layered authentic crowd chants with quiet, powerful testimonial from locals. The line isn't just scripted, it comes from a real interview, and that's truth where it resonated. The roar of the stadium fading into vulnerable truth captures the experience. We're not just advertising a match, we're creating a solution, and this became the dialogue and a rallying cry, turning listeners into believers. Radio was chosen not just to reach for rhythm. Parents, community, fans tuning in during a drive time, they hear it when they're mentally available, and with repeated airing over 8 weeks, that message itself is like an anthem. It isn't short, shouty, or sensational. It's honest, clear, and urgent, which is exactly what access demands. In every medium we use, we sought to echo the campaign's heartbeat. On radio, that heartbeat is literally audible, the crowd and the urgency.
This Saturday, feel the roar of the crowd as SVD Beaumont takes on Brazos Valley Cavalry.
Our print ad brought the campaign's message into homes, literally. Anchored by an authentic photo of a local Beaumont family, the visual creates immediate emotional resonance. It isn't shock imagery, it's community reflected back to itself. The headline focuses on shared experience and invites people to take action. It has clarity and warmth. Print may be traditional, but its trust value is unmatched among our target segment. Parents and guardians who rely on local media are drawn in by familiar tone and localized relevance. The ad isn't just informative, it's personal. It positioned SVD Beaumont not as a distant brand, but as a partner in their child's future. The billboard campaign is more than a media buy. It's a physical commitment to community presence. It's positioned near schools and training grounds. It catches eyes where core audiences live, learn, and play. We went bold by design. This placement isn't just about impressions, it's about establishing territory. We're embedding SVD Beaumont into the everyday lives of youth athletes, their families, and passerbys. It's not passive advertising, it's environmental storytelling. When kids see the badge daily, it plants seeds of aspiration. When parents see it near schools, it signals trust and opportunity. This is what presence looks like: silent, consistent, unmistakable. Our audience told us where they felt most connected, and that we listened. Instagram and print consistently ranked highest in emotional resonance. Social media offers dynamic pacing and visual storytelling that pulls younger fans in, while the print ads grounds the campaign in local trust and family values. Radio, meanwhile, delivers urgency. Its rhythm and repetition make it an ideal vehicle for time-sensitive calls to action. But strong channels are only half the equation. Feedback steers our next steps, and so does data. Based on qualitative insights and weekly analytics, we identify what to revise, sharpen calls to action, and simplify copy and more localized imagery that reflects real faces and real places. From August to October, the campaign will pulse across time. Radio will run daily, social posts 5 times a week, YouTube will fill the mid-phase visual slot. TV will drive the final urgency, and this flowchart shows how we pace the campaign across 12 weeks. It builds strategic momentum in mid-season when audience attention is highest. Daily delivery across radio and YouTube reinforce the rhythm of our message, while print and billboards maintain a baseline of visibility. Social media receives the largest allocation due to its continuous reach and behavior alignment. Radio and YouTube take mid-sized slices, and each channel spend is tied to its expected return. Every dollar spent is projected to return $2.27 in value. That includes ticket revenue, scholarship applications, and donor engagement, all traceable through campaign touchpoints. Strategy must be measured. Beyond impressions, this campaign tracks impact through attendance, upticks, donor engagement, and scholarship inquiries tied to media delivery. With the projected ROI of 2.27, each dollar spent is expected to generate more than twice its value, reinforcing both physical responsibility and mission growth. We expect a 20% lift in attendance, a 30 app spike in scholarship engagement, and an $8,000 in donor conversion. These aren't guesses, they're extrapolated from engagement patterns. A post-flight survey will map how people heard about the club before versus after, and QR codes and tag links will confirm source attribution. Metrics will be reviewed bi-weekly. We didn't guess, we tested. Focus groups data helped us fine-tune tone, timing, and calls to actions. Fans responded to hometown pride and emotional storytelling, and we revised creative assets to reflect their feedback in real time. We will measure click-through rates, adjust ad formats, and redeploy. That optimization cycle makes the campaign not just reactive, but adaptive. Next year we scale. We build out scholarship partnerships, expand donor CRM logic, and activate more platforms. This isn't a one-off, it is a prototype for longevity. Fans said, "I didn't know I could get involved." Parents said, "This felt made for us," and the campaign created not just engagement, but belonging. This campaign began with a simple but urgent question: how can we help more people hear the roar? At its heart, one city, one team, one roar isn't just a tagline, it's a statement of purpose. It honors the players chasing professional dreams, the families seeking opportunity, and the community that rallies behind a shared identity. Over 12 weeks, we translated insight into action, from stakeholder interviews and data analysts to create executions and focus group revisions. Every decision was shaped by empathy, research, and strategy. 6 platforms, millions of impressions, and projected ROI of 2.27, all rooted in emotional storytelling and tactical precision. This isn't just a plan for attendance or sponsorship. It's a blueprint for legacy, a roadmap for deeper engagement, educational support, and hometown pride that lasts beyond the season. It's not about noise, it's about meaning, and we're proud to deliver a campaign that listens, resonates, and roars.